Three parts of a story: the beginning, the middle, and the end. About those. Well, in this episode of Connie Mountain, I'm gonna talk about how storylines work. Well, yeah. So, essentially, the three parts of the story: the beginning, the middle, and the end. Well, that's a thing. If it's a trilogy, then yeah, it is really how it is. There's a beginning of the story, the first third of the story, and then the middle of the story is the part in between the first and last part, and the end of the story, the conclusion, well, the trilogy, that's what we're talking about right now, is, well, the final part. However, with much, much longer stories, yeah, stories that are much, much longer than just a trilogy, those are probably going to be a little bit different because it's not exactly, for those, it's probably not exactly a clear beginning, middle, and end thing. And that's because, well, I think you know why that is. It starts out with one thing, but it can't just be the beginning. Like, let's say movie, yeah, let's say a movie, well, not necessarily a movie, but let's say like a film is okay. Let's say a movie is an hour and 21 minutes, so that's 81 minutes, meaning that if it were supposed to be done in three parts, the beginning and the middle part and the climax, the conclusion, the ending piece, those are all those would each be 27 minutes. Yeah, if you were talking about a just movie part without counting the credits, that'd be the 81 minutes. Well, that's where it gets complicated because that would mean that 26 minutes into the movie, you're still at the beginning of it. Because I'm pretty sure I was in like first grade when I learned about this. It'll take a while to explain why, but essentially, we did this thing on our laptops, and we would go through we would go through these different levels of learning. I think I got to level 8. We would essentially learn about crap through different settings and places, such as Paris and a snowy town and the Arctic and Africa. Yeah, places like that. And now that's not the point. The point is, I think it was something related to that school in that place in my school on my laptop where I saw this thing that explained how stories work. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and the end. However, if that's true, then that would mean that an 81-minute long movie, without counting the credits, yeah, without including the credits, and that's how we're gonna base the length of the movie, then 26 minutes and you still be at the beginning of the movie. That doesn't seem right. There, we would have to have sort of a sub-section of the movie. That's the best thing I can come up with for it. Because there's a sub-genre for movies, and there's the subway, but there's the sub-section of the different parts of the movie. The different thirds of the movie. Now, this seems pretty logical what I'm talking about here. And it should make total sense. So anyways, yes, there's a certain part of the beginning, it's like the intro of the movie, but then basically the thing that like starts with the plot of the movie, and then where the plot starts to set in, and then the middle of the movie is where all the events are taking place, like the plot is going on, and it's starting to finish developing. It's finishing developing the plot, and all the characters are halfway to where they'll need to be in order for the movie to end, and making it so that if they win, the city looks awful, but then had the villain won, the city would look immaculate. That's beside the point. The point is, there's also going to be the end of the movie, where essentially everything is coming to a conclusion, where all the problems get solved, and everyone ends up getting to where they need to be. So that's essentially essentially. That's what this video is about. It's about beginning, middle, and end. It's not always that simple. Story has 3 parts: beginning, middle, and end. It's not always going to be a trilogy. No, it's going to be that simple. So anyways, to wrap this up, every story needs to end at some point. There's no such thing as a never-ending story. And I don't mean that, but it's not just because I don't want there to be, it's just that there can't be. Because if you're going to imply that the story continues till the stars fall from the sky, well, essentially till the universe ends. So if that's what you're going to imply, that the story is going to continue until then, well then, you're implying that it is still going to end right when the universe, yeah, right before the universe ends. So really nothing is never ending. The ending of one universe is beginning to another. If you had a wormhole, you'll be able to be in the, you'll be able to be on the toilet and then reach into the wormhole and reach into said wormhole and then grab something from the pantry if that's where it's going to be stored. And you think you're drinking some like Diet Coke, but in reality it's cat ear medicine. So, without further ado, in a few seconds, you're gonna see some. One more laugh and it's detention. Even just like that, it's not detention. Oh, man.